freshman, I rarely left my dorm room. I didn't know many girls on my floor, and I was definitely not the nicest when it came to making new friends. There was one girl on my floor, however, who truly caught my attention. She always walked past my room with an ice cream cone in her hand and constantly stopped in to say hello. The first girl I'd met from Arizona, I loved her unique lingo. She was always saying later instead of goodbye and called all of her girlfriends dude. As first semester went on, we hung out more and more. When it came time for recruitment, I found myself going to her room first at the end of every day, asking her too many questions, hoping we'd end up in the same house. We were attached at the hip from the second we got our bids until we said goodbye at the end of second semester. Every new experience we had with A5, we had experienced together. From making all new friends, to new member education, to initiation, and of course our epic first little five, it only seemed natural to room together when we moved into A5.
What a road it's been. Guess I'm not Elizabeth's floormate anymore, huh? I have no doubt in my mind that meeting you 3.5 years ago in Foster Jacobson was complete fate. That first semester of freshman year, I spent most of my time eating ice cream from the Crimson Creamery, pretending I liked my roommate and had friends, and you spent most of your time hiding in your room and missing your clique from home. Needless to say, we didn't immediately become inseparable. I mean, I definitely didn't BB on you every day. You didn't have many friends, sorry, but it's true. But you did have Molly and Jenny. Molly thought I was a random dweeb on your floor, but she kind of acknowledged me after she found out I was from Arizona, and my eyebrows were completely heinous. Jenny totally ignored me, but looking back on it, she probably just didn't hear me say hi. But you were always so nice to me, inviting me to hang out with the group of people you did know, and I love that about you. But at the end of first semester, I could confidently call you my friend, which is a step up from a random nice girl on my floor, am I right? After the 3-party, we trekked back to Jake together in the snow, and you secretly manipulated me into prepping A5. Truth is, I knew this is where I belonged, but I'll let you take the credit. Unbeknownst to us, this would be the first of many times we would need to lean on each other for support and guidance. Getting our bids to A5 the next day sealed the deal. We would be sisters forever. We became closer than I ever imagined that semester. And although our summer goodbye was tough, we had so much to look forward to as roommates in A5.
All our dreams came true at the start of sophomore year. We were finally living in A5 as roommates. At the end of what seemed like the best week of our lives, my life took a very unexpected turn. I woke up Sunday morning of welcome week sophomore year with news from my mom that my dad had tragically and suddenly had a brain aneurysm, and things were not looking good. I didn't tell anyone what had happened, but somehow everyone knew. Before I left to go home, there was a line of girls waiting outside my door, giving me hugs and assuring me that everything would be okay. Throughout the hardest week of my life, I felt support from each and every single girl in this house. The amount of girls who came to my dad's funeral were literally amazed me. Every night after that, all I heard from my family and friends was how lucky I was to be surrounded by such amazing people. I think that a sorority is supposed to be your family at school, and that's exactly what A5 is to me. Throughout my 4 years here, there has been one person who went from a stranger to a friend to a sister. That's you, Liza. I had to deal with so many emotions that I'd never dealt with before and had no idea how to deal with. I had so many breakdowns, so many good days, so many bad days, and you were there for me through it all. I'll never forget how uneasy you made me feel about coming back after my dad died, and how much you ingrained in my head that you were going to be there for me, whether I needed it or wanted it. Liza, it's not every day you find a roommate who can make a way to find a tiny room in Bloomington, Indiana feel like home. It's less likely to find someone that make that room a place you want to return after going through extreme tragedy. You were literally there with me through every single moment of that insane year, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Okay. Upon your return to Bloomington, you immediately amazed all of us with your strength and resilience, your passion to learn from your life experiences. That year was tough, but we made it through it together as roommates. It was definitely a learning experience for the both of us. And even though you were going through such a difficult time, we managed to have an amazing year living in the house. Our daily duties as roommates included eating bagel chips, showing you my tissue after I blew my nose, at me for just making you look at my snot again. Watching YouTube videos with the lyrics so we could sing along to the songs. Monitoring Beyonce's baby bump, anxiously waiting for the birth of Blue Ivy Carter. And as always, finishing the day off in bed with an episode of Friends, or 2 or 3. Just when things began getting easier for you, and we started to go back to living a somewhat typical sophomore in college way of life, things with my dad took a turn for the worse. My dad had become very sick the summer after my sophomore year, and being apart from me that summer was hard, as I was far away from my support system. I felt like my life was falling apart when my dad passed away later that summer. I had lost my best friend and most important man in my life forever. I was overwhelmed with concern. I worried whether the pain would ever go away. I worried about my mom living on her own, worried about my brother. But there was one thing I was never concerned about, the support I would have from my friends. These girls are something special. Before I even had time to process what had happened, my 6 best friends were there. Emma, Molly, Jenny, Jenna, Jamie, and Amanda all jumped on planes and flew across the country to Arizona to be with me during my time of need. I will never be able to fully express my gratitude to the 6 of you, because there's simply no words to fully express how much I needed you, and how much I will forever appreciate you guys being there. I can confidently say I wouldn't have made it through without you girls, and I hope you know that. I would do anything for you guys, and I promise you I will be there for you when you may need me down the road. Amy, Allie, and Allison, the 3 of you have also given me so much. Amy, you have given me the most beautiful Snapchats I've ever seen. Allie, you took me home to your family and date for the weekend. Allison, our recent understanding for one another has finally qualified me as a friend in your book. Emma, I've watched you blossom over the past 4 years, and I am so proud of the person you've become. Your positivity is contagious, and I would be lost without your inspiration and guidance. I really do believe we were meant to be in each other's lives, and our similar circumstances are not coincidental. It's something called destiny. The fact that both of our fathers were taken from us far too soon is simply not fair. But it is clear that we were destined to have each other in our lives from that very first encounter in G2.
No doubt we've had some painful experiences, each being forced to face our own adversity at such a young age. But the reason we were able to get through it is because we had each other every step of the way. We are so thankful for our special bond for countless reasons. But we owe all of our gratitude to the one thing that brought us together. Alpha Epsilon Phi. Even during the hardest times, AFI has given us some of our happiest memories that we will undoubtedly cherish forever. I've never laughed harder than when Emily Traeger had so much to say. I miss you, Emily. Yeah, I miss you, Or how about that one time Steph Miller fell asleep in a bathroom stall? Or when Fishler told us exactly where she'd be December 24th. When Jenna forgot the words to Peace, Love, Phi sophomore year. When Megan brought Barb, a complete stranger, and helped her and consoled her about her recent breakup. Of course we can't forget when Jenny thought Rihanna was talking about the homeless and we found love.
Our pledge class has come so far since our very first November ed meeting, where we sat as strangers, 39 equals 1. Well, where is everybody? But seriously, the progress we've made as a whole has allowed us to learn the ins and outs of every girl in our pledge class.
As freshmen, we could tell you where every girl was from, their major, how many siblings they have. But as seniors, we can tell you what type of sauce they like on their chicken fingers every Friday, the 4-digit code to unlock their iPhone, and their favorite pair of sweatpants. We've learned to appreciate every little detail of the girls standing around us. Each unique quality, and yes, even the minor imperfections that we all possess, contribute to the family of AFI.
It's hard to believe that our precious time together is coming to an end. We've each grown so much in the past 4 years, and we want to say thank you. Thank you to the house for watching us grow. Thank you to the kitchen for contributing to our growth, literally. Thank you to the girls before us who taught us all we know. Thank you to PCs 15 and 16 who allowed us to be leaders. And most importantly, thank you to the girls who have been through it all with us.
PC 14, you are now permanently embedded into each of us forever.
So yes, come May, we will have to separate, each of us heading in our different directions.
We may not be eating every meal together, getting ready together, recapping our nights together, or laying in bed together.
But we have no doubt that our pledge glass will remain as it should be.
32 equals 1.